Hey guys, plot checkpoint here. Arthur Morgan isn't the kind of character you understand right away. At first, he's just another outlaw. Rough, loyal, and dangerous when he needs to be. The kind of man who doesn't ask questions. Because in his world, questions don't get you very far. You do what you're told, you survive, you ride with your people, and you don't look back. And for a very long time, that's exactly who Arthur was. Dutch says something, Arthur follows. Job goes wrong, Arthur cleans it up. Someone needs to get hurt, Arthur doesn't hesitate. It's not that he enjoys it, it's just the life he knows. The only life he's ever known. Because Arthur didn't grow up with much of a choice. He was taken in by Dutch and Hosea when he was still young, still figuring out who he was. And from that moment on, the gang became everything. Not just a group, a family, or at least something that felt like one. Dutch wasn't just a leader, he was a voice, a vision, someone who made it all make sense. The robberies, the running, the violence, it all had a purpose. Or at least that's what Arthur believed for years. But Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't really about being an outlaw. It's about what happens when the world you believe in starts to break. Slowly, quietly. At first, it's easy to ignore. Job goes bad here, someone gets killed there. That's normal. That's the life. But then it keeps happening, again and again. Plans stop working, people start dying, and Dutch starts changing. Not all at once. That's what makes it so real. It's small things. The way he talks, the way he justifies things that don't feel right anymore. The way he stops listening. Arthur notices it, but he doesn't say much, because loyalty runs deep. And when someone has been your whole world for that long, you don't just wake up one day and question everything. You hold on. You convince yourself it'll get better. That Dutch still knows what he's doing, that there's still a plan. There's always a plan, right? But deep down, Arthur starts to feel it. That something isn't right, that maybe it never was. And then comes the moment that changes everything. Not a betrayal, not a gunfight, not even Dutch. It's something much quieter than that. A diagnosis. Tuberculosis. It doesn't come with drama. There's no big scene. Just a doctor, a few words, and suddenly everything is different. Because for the first time in his life, Arthur knows exactly how this ends. And it's not with a big score. It's not with freedom. It's not with escape. It's with death. Slow, inevitable. And there's nothing he can do about it. That's the moment where Arthur's story truly begins. Because when you know your time is limited, you start to see things differently. The things that once mattered don't feel so important anymore. The money, the jobs, the endless running, it all starts to feel empty. And in that silence, Arthur starts to think. Not like an outlaw, but like a man. He starts to question the things he never questioned before. The people he trusted, the choices he made, the kind of person he's been. And it's not a comfortable realization, because Arthur knows he's done terrible things. He's hurt people. And for most of his life, he never stopped to think about it. But now, he has time to reflect, time to regret, time to understand. And that's where the real story of Red Dead Redemption 2 lives. Not in the robberies, not in the shootouts, but in those quiet moments where Arthur starts to change. See it in the way he talks to people, in the way he helps strangers without expecting anything back, in the way he starts to push John toward a different path, a better one. Because Arthur knows something that John doesn't yet, that this life doesn't end well, that there's no future in it, And if someone has a chance to escape it, they should, even if he can't. Especially if he can't. That's what makes Arthur different, because he doesn't pretend he can fix everything. He doesn't try to undo his past. He knows that's not possible. But he can choose what he does with the time he has left. And that choice is what defines him. Not who he was, but who he decides to become. In the end, Arthur Morgan isn't remembered because he was a great outlaw. He's remembered because he changed, because he saw the truth when it mattered most. And even though it was too late to save himself, it wasn't too late to do something that mattered, something good. And maybe that's what Red Dead Redemption 2 is really about. Not redemption in the way we usually think of it. Not a clean slate. Not forgiveness. But understanding, accepting who you've been, and still choosing to be better, even when it doesn't change the outcome. Arthur doesn't get a happy ending. He doesn't ride off into the sunset. He doesn't get another chance. But what he does get is clarity. And in a world built on chaos, that might be the most powerful thing of all. Because in the end, Arthur Morgan didn't win. He didn't survive, but he understood. And sometimes that's enough. Pause, analyze, understand. If you enjoyed this one, there's more on the way. I'll see you at the next checkpoint.